Hey guys, today I'm gonna show you how I would set up the TC Electronic Flashback Triple Delay for an ambient guitar swell. Because on my last demo I got many questions about how to set up the triple delay, and I really understand because we have so many options of how we could combine three delay types, so it can get a mess pretty quickly with this pedal. So here, before starting, here are the rules of thumb that I'm going to use. Rule number one, I'm going to use the pedal in serial mode. So basically, it means that our first delay will feed into the second, which will feed into the third. So you can think of it as one echo, and the second will echo the echo, and the third one will echo the echo of the echo. You get what I mean? If you use the pedal in parallel mode, you can just imagine three straight lines like this. So it would be three delays that are not touching each other. They are just mixed and go straight to the output without feeding into each other. So that's why I want to use the serial mode, because it's the same as having three delay pedals on a pedal board. They are going to feed each other, and that's what we want. The second rule is going to use contrasting delay times for each of our three delays. So if we use the same delay time for each of our delays, we are still going to hear the repeats on the background, and we want an even surface for our swell. So we are going to put the delay time slightly off and slightly different on each of them, so they will collide more easily. And the third rule, we are going to use contrasting delay types also. So I'm going to use a tape delay, an analog delay, and a digital delay. If I were to use three times, let's say, an analog delay, which is a very dark delay, maybe there would be too much low end or bass build up, because each delay is gonna feed each other. So that could be too much low frequencies on my delay. So by combining all three delay types, we will have different tones on each of the repeats, and it's going to sound fuller. So let's start with the first delay that I have chosen. I will choose a tape delay. I will choose a medium timing for it. Lots of repeat, but not too much. I put it at this place here, and the mix roughly halfway, because the mix knob on this pedal can go pretty high, and I don't want my delays to be too hot. So halfway is just the sweet spot. So it's going to sound like this. So this is just a nice standard tape delay with a bit of modulation on it. The second one is going to be an analog delay. So it's going to be darker a little bit. And the most important is that we are going to set up a different timing for it. So I think this one is faster a little bit. So if I put the first delay back in, this will collide in this way. So what's important when you set up the timing is that each repeat, when it feeds into each other, it gets exponential. So first of all, you have a bit of repeats, and then it's just like all the delays fill the available space. So if I do that, at the end it's ta 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 ta. So you have all the available space filled, and this is what will help your swells a lot. So if I play with just those two delays like this, we still have a pretty good result with it. But the icing on the cake is really the third delay, which will be a ping-pong delay. So if you want your swell to be really spread out, of course you have your pedal to be plugged in stereo. But it's going to spread into the left and right ear, and it's really going to open your swell up. So let's choose the ping pong mode. And on this ping pong mode, I'm going to back off on the mix a little bit. Because this can be very loud. If you feed delays into each other, you have to lower the volume at a certain point. So I'm going to back off on the mix. But still keep a good amount of repeats, because if you want your swell to be long, you have to keep a certain amount of repeats. But repeats are really to taste. It's how long you need your swell to be. It can be longer, it can be shorter. It depends on the harmonic rhythm of your song. So with what I have here with my ping pong delay, it sounds like this. So it's a medium tempo, but if I play all three of my delays together, this is going to sound like this. So the principle is that since it is exponential, that each delay feeds into each other and it fills the space available, it means that when your swell would become weaker because you don't have enough repeats, the repeats are going to do the job for you by multiplying, and it's going to keep the momentum of the swell. So if I play my swell now, this is going to be really full. So I think it's a very good swell sound. If you want more movement, you could change one of the delay types. So let's say that I would change my first delay, the tape delay, for an mod kind of delay. So let's come back to the first one. And I'm gonna change it to the 2290 mod. This is going to sound like this. So you can really decide on each type of delay you choose to shape the sound. So by having modulated delays, you will have more movement. If you don't, it's going to be more static. As far as you have different delay types, this is going to work really well. So these are pretty much the basics that I would do to get a quick swell sound with the triple delay. Of course, you could tweak a little bit more parameters and the times of each of the delay so we don't perceive the repeats in the background. But that should be great guidelines to get you started so that this pedal is not too messy for you. If you are new here, please subscribe to my channel and turn on the notifications. I have a couple new videos every week. And I also have a free mini course on ambient chords. special chords for ambient guitar is my specialty, and I made a really cool mini course with exercises, with chord sheets that you can download, and you can ask me questions on my website. So there are a lot of resources in this, and I want you to take advantage of it. So click on the first link in the description box and enroll in my free mini course. I'd really like to help you to develop and become better at ambient guitar chords. All right? So thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, au revoir.